regarding the fire situation in Jasper National Park. I'm here today with Richard Ireland, Mayor, Municipality of Jasper, Katie Ellsworth, Plan Section Chief on Jasper Wildfire, so Fire Management Officer at Parks Canada, Alan Fair, Jasper Field Unit Superintendent at Parks Canada, and Pierre Martel, Director National de Gestion de Feu, Fire Management at Parks Canada. For spelling of our spokespeople's name and titles, we can send those in the chat later after the briefing. So, bon après-midi tout le monde. Je me présente, je suis Michel Perron, gestionnaire des relations médias à Parcs Canada. Je vous souhaite la bienvenue à notre séance d'information au sujet des feux du Parc national de Jasper. Désolée. Je suis ici aujourd'hui avec Richard Ireland, le maire de la municipalité de Jasper, Katie Ellsworth à Parcs Canada, gestion de feu, Alan Fair, superintendant de l'unité de gestion de Jasper à Parcs Canada, ainsi que Pierre Martel, directeur national de gestion des feux à Parcs Canada. On peut vous faire parvenir les noms épelés complets avec les titres après la séance dans le chat si vous en avez besoin. Alors, j'aimerais commencer par céder la parole à notre maire de Jasper. So I'm going to speak English because sometimes I do French, sometimes I do English, and I don't remember. So, Mayor Richard Ireland, I'm giving you the microphone to do your presentation.
Thank you, Michelle. This is a technical briefing. I am not positioned to be giving technical information. I will leave that to the experts. We have those with us, including Katie and Superintendent Fair. What I'd like to do, though, is to begin by acknowledging the exceptional amount of stress and strain this has put on so many individuals. I include, of course, those who are engaged on the fire line, suppressing the fire, and in a supporting role. I include all of those who helped with the evacuation of our community and all of the guests who were in our community as of yesterday. I commend all of them for their approach, for their patience, particularly those involved in the evacuation. And I recognize and acknowledge it is not just the stress of the evacuation itself, but the timing of that. So with the notice coming, the evacuation order coming at 10 o'clock in the evening, the amount of concern that would have raised for so many people, not just people with small kids already in bed, but senior people and others who might be unfamiliar with our community. I credit all of them for the patience they showed, for the support they offered to each other in ensuring a safe and orderly evacuation. And all of that heightened, of course, by the anxiety that comes with the uncertainty of simply not knowing. And today, this is our opportunity to clear up some of that, but again, recognizing that this is an extremely complex situation. It's rapidly evolving. There are very many moving parts. The technical briefing can address some of those, but recognizing that even though residents and to a large extent media are interested in a degree of clarity, the evolving situation doesn't necessarily lend itself to that end. So we are doing what we can. We will release updates when we are able, always with the intent that safety of individuals comes first. That includes, of course, the first responders, but it includes our residents and our visitors. Then they will focus on protection of property and then on the protection of the environment. But again, it's a rapidly evolving situation. and others are better addressed to speak to that. But I want to thank all of those who have been involved to date for their patience, their compliance with the evacuation order, the evacuation of the town. And I want to thank all of our neighbors in every direction who have opened their doors, both to our residents and to our visitors, to give them, if nothing more than a way station. It may not be a final destination, but people have been so kind and considerate to help us in our need, and we do appreciate that. Again, it is a degree of resilience that I am proud to speak to, and I leave it to Mr. Fair, Superintendent Fair, and Katie to describe the technical briefing to which you were invited. So thank you all very much for your interest.
Thank you very much, Richard. Alan.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for your interest. One of Canada's most iconic natural and cultural landscapes is on fire. Jasper National Park is the largest southern national park and part of the Canadian Rocky Mountain UNESCO World Heritage Site. Last night, in cooperation with the municipality of Jasper, an evacuation alert and then an order were issued for the town of Jasper and all of Jasper National Park. Safety is our highest priority, and Jasper National Park is now closed so that we can respond to the wildfire situation. This type of wildfire event is something Parks Canada and the municipality have been planning and preparing for years now. That collaboration came to life last night. Last night, I witnessed true community teamwork. Parks Canada and the municipality are working in a unified structure to keep people safe, including assisting hikers get out of the backcountry safely, protecting property and infrastructure, and of course, suppressing wildfires. The details that we know about the wildfires will be presented by Katie in a few minutes. I wanted to thank every resident of Jasper, our visitors, members of the tourism industry and business community, and public agencies for their role in evacuating the town of Jasper and the park last night. Thank you too to the wildfire and structural fire teams and all the personnel working to keep people safe and the property protected. Working in unified command with the municipality of Jasper and with the support of many additional agencies and jurisdictions, including Alberta and British Columbia, we will undertake the work ahead of us. I know this community is resilient, one I am proud to be a part of. We will remain stronger if we work together through this rapidly evolving wildfire emergency. We ask residents to seek comfort and stay tuned to reputable information sources, including, for example, the websites of Parks Canada and the municipality of Jasper. As new information comes in, we will convene additional media updates and ensure both residents and the public are kept well informed. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. I invite Katie.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. My name is Katie Ellsworth. I'm one of the incident commanders in our unified command structure here in Jasper. There are currently multiple wildfires burning within Jasper National Park. This is a dynamic and evolving situation, and we understand the challenges this poses to residents and visitors. We are very grateful to those who evacuated safely last night so that firefighters are able to do their good work on the ground. Parks Canada aircraft were out assessing wildfires at first light today to get eyes on the wildfire activity, identifying impacted infrastructure, and prioritize wildfire operations for the day. Structure protection is currently being installed on critical infrastructure, and this is being managed by fire teams from across the region. Parks Canada has mobilized resources to arrive today and in the coming days, including a Parks Canada incident management team and additional firefighting resources and aircraft. Our partners in Alberta Wildfire are mobilizing resources including aircraft, specialized resources, and structure protection units. We have initiated an initial response and are assessing air attack options with our partners in Alberta Wildfire. Helicopter resources are currently bucketing high priority targets and evacuating people in the backcountry. If you have a way of contacting those in the backcountry, they should travel to reach a trailhead and are directed to evacuate and check in with Parks Canada Dispatch, and you can reach them at 780-852-6155 as soon as cell service is available. Alberta Wildfire and the Alberta Emergency Management Agency are supporting both Parks Canada and the municipality in this response. As always, our priority is to protect the town and the community of Jasper, limiting wildfire spread and growth towards town, Highway 16, and the critical infrastructure that the community and the incident management team rely on. Thank you all for joining us, and I do appreciate your support as we undertake this operation.
Thank you, Katie. Pierre?
Bon après-midi à tous. Je m'appelle Pierre Martel, directeur du Programme national de gestion du feu pour Parc Canada. Donc, la ville de Jasper et le Parc national Jasper ont été évacués en raison des incendies de forêt actifs. Ces zones sont désormais fermées et il est crucial de respecter l'ordre d'évacuation. La priorité de la ville de Jasper et de Parc Canada est la sécurité de notre personnel, des résidents et des visiteurs. On est conscient que cette situation est stressante et on vous remercie pour votre patience face à cette situation complexe et en constante évolution. On met tout en œuvre pour vous fournir des informations précises et à jour. Veuillez consulter les sources officielles d'information de la municipalité de Jasper, de Parc Canada et de l'alerte d'urgence de la province d'Alberta. Nous remercions les milliers de résidents et de visiteurs qui ont été évacués durant la nuit. Votre patience et vos efforts pour évacuer en toute sécurité ont eu un impact important pour notre intervention. En termes de la situation actuelle, on a plusieurs incendies de forêt qui sont actifs dans le Parc national de Jasper. Parc Canada a mobilisé des aéronefs, principalement des hélicoptères de l'aube, pour évaluer les incendies, surveiller leur activité et comportement, identifier les infrastructures affectées et établir les objectifs de lutte contre les incendies pour la journée et pour les prochaines journées. Parc Canada a aussi déployé des ressources qui arrivent aujourd'hui et dans les jours à venir, y compris une équipe de gestion des incidents, des ressources supplémentaires pour la lutte contre les incendies et des aéronefs. Parc Canada et Alberta Wildfire collaborent pour combattre les incendies et l'équipe d'Alberta Wildfire apporte son soutien au Parc national Jasper. L'Agence de gestion des urgences d'Alberta et l'IMA est aussi arrivée à Jasper tôt ce matin pour apporter son soutien. Notre priorité est de protéger la ville et la communauté de Jasper en limitant la propagation du feu vers la ville, l'autoroute 16 et les infrastructures critiques. La protection structurelle critique est assurée par des équipes de pompiers venant de toute la région. L'évacuation de la ville et du Parc national Jasper est en cours. Les évacués doivent se diriger vers l'ouest sur l'autoroute 16 vers des centres plus importants. Les stations-service en ville disposent désormais de carburant et acceptent les paiements par carte de crédit à la pompe. Si vous êtes encore à Jasper et avez besoin d'aide pour évacuer, rendez-vous au Jasper Activity Center, 303 rue Bonhomme. Et les évacuations en arrière-pays sont présentement en cours. Si vous êtes en contact avec les personnes en arrière-pays, sachez qu'elles doivent rester sur place, de préférence à un campement désigné. Et doivent informer Parc Canada en contactant le service de répartition au 780-852-6155 dès qu'ils retrouvent une connexion cellulaire. Je pense que c'est tout de mon côté. Merci.
Merci, Pierre. I understand that most of you will have questions. We are not taking questions this afternoon. This was an update. We will be providing another update this afternoon later today. So please stay tuned for the details on our next briefing. Malheureusement, nous ne prenons pas de questions aujourd'hui. Ceci était une présentation pour vous présenter la situation, vous mettre à jour à la situation. Nous aurons des mises à jour ce soir. Soyez avisés que nous allons vous envoyer de l'information le plus tôt possible pour notre prochaine séance d'information. I would like to thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your presence. This now concludes today's teleconference about Jasper Fires. Je vous remercie d'être venu aujourd'hui. Nous apprécions votre présence. Ceci conclut la téléconférence d'aujourd'hui concernant les incendies forêts de Jasper. Si vous avez des questions, if you have questions, please direct them to PC Media. We will post the titles and the names of the spokespeople in the chat, and we will also post the contact information for our media box. Thank you.